Hey, this is a noble attempt. Hey, my friend, this is the noble attempt. This is your host, Rome Earth, aka Left Ear Lopez. This week, I'm joined by my good brother, Harry Clean. Paradise Avenue South, mastermind, make moves worldwide, hit jugs, pass the time however we please, fits, whips, whatever we need. Leave the hood heavenly with plenty of G's. Let's get this money.
Let's talk about the money, man. I love money. If I had money, bro. Yeah, man. You put me on Sage, bro.
I know. You didn't like it at first.
I said fucking hate that shit.
I almost stopped fucking with you. Like, I don't know. The Sage is the purifier. This guy was not liking it.
You said what?
I said the Sage is the purifier. You hated it. I don't know. I can trust this guy.
That shit was taking me. That shit was killing me. That shit was taking the demons out of me or something, bro.
You still use it?
I got some, yeah.
Hey. All right. We burned up some Sage. You ready to go? We're going to start it off. Welcome, everybody, to the Noble Attempt number 7. My brother, Harry Clean's Toes. Harry Bunyan. What's up, bro?
The first toes on the podcast.
First toes ever. How's the life?
Cool, bro. You had like 3 meetings in a row.
Busy boy.
Hella busy.
Busy.
It's crazy, bro.
Is it good busy?
Hopefully.
Yeah. So, man, let's start off. I'm curious. I mean, so let's see. Most people know Harry as what? A videographer, right? Been
Man, I don't know. Do they?
I think so.
Like
He's been putting in work.
Multiple worlds, I guess.
Yeah. So maybe, been putting in work on the videos for like over a decade for sure, and definitely known for that. But lately, I guess it's more of the Paradise Avenue South venture, which for those who don't know, Paradise Avenue South is like it's hard to put in words, but it's a collective. It's a clothing brand, but much more than that. It's a creative collective out of South Seattle. Just putting on for the culture there, cultural preservation, promotion, and all that. And Harry is like one of
you help with that too.
Yeah, I mean I think it's a big collective. There's a few faces on it, and there's obviously leaders, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes who put energy into it to make it what it is, and still making it what it is. But in general, besides Paradise, I mean Harry's just a community leader in general. Who comes to Harry Clean, a hood hero, you know what I mean? Just always trying to do what he can to elevate. It's a fact. Can you talk about your background, bro? Like from birth till now, as deep as you want to go? From birth.
Damn, that's pretty deep. Pause. I was born in the Philippines. Moved here when I was like kindergarten or some shit like that, a little before kindergarten. I didn't know English, bro.
Yeah.
English was my third language. So
what was the first
two? Count on me because I could not speak English, bro. Tagalog and Ilocano. So this shit was crazy. Bro. Yeah, I could not speak it. Like my cousin used to make fun of me. All sorts of crazy shit. And then I just learned it. Learned English on your bitch asses.
Yeah, you gotta assimilate it,
bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead.
That's kind of, that's not the gist of it, but yeah, that's really the basics. It's just too deep, bro. I don't even know I can even explain it because there's so much shit happening at once. Moved here in 95, or is it 95 or 96, 97, something like that. Had to go to school here, grew up in South Seattle. So yeah, it was a crazy ass transition. I remember like moving here. Before I moved here, I was little. I thought shit would look like Home Alone. It's all I knew about America was Home Alone. Like, that shit was crazy, bro. Like Macaulay Culkin. I was watching it before I was in the Philippines. I was like, all right, it's gonna look like that. I'm about to be Macaulay Culkin. That's what I was thinking. I'm about to be the Filipino Macaulay Culkin. And when I got, it's crazy, bro. When I got to America, bro, it was snowing too. So it was like literally, I was like, oh, yep, it's exactly like fucking Home Alone.
Where did you come to first?
Moved in with my aunt and their family, my cousins and her husband and shit. So we was all in that house.
In Seattle.
In Seattle, Beacon Hill.
Oh, yep.
So we were living with them for a little bit, and then we had to move because you can't just stay there forever. We just like sleeping on the floor and shit or whatever. There's hella in the house, and then we had to move out, so we moved to an apartment on Rainier and Othello, like around Othello. I was like, oh shit, this is different. It was hella different. And this was like in the 90s. So that's the first place I really lived at was like on Rainier. In an apartment. It was crazy. It was kind of crazy outside. Rats, roaches, all sorts of crazy ass shit, bro. Like every house I lived in when I was a kid had roaches. So I got hella used to them.
Yeah.
Rats and roaches.
A house I live in now got roaches. It's like out here it's inevitable. There ain't no way to escape it.
Shit was crazy, bro. You playing like we started playing games with them and shit, like because they would hide underneath like telephones and shit, and like places that's hot. I'd have like me and Fareed would play around and like punch them and shit. Like we started to play games with roaches, like roach games and shit.
I don't kill roaches.
Nah, it's crazy. You play video games and then like if you leave your cup, I had to kill them, bro. They're deep.
I know, but some about it.
Well, you're a kid. Like, you're killing anything.
Yeah, but today, my partner, Kat, she's smacking them with the chinella, but like I won't kill them. I just try and get them out because I feel like, bro, they're smart and they're ancient. They're like one of the oldest creatures on the planet. So you killing them is like no way they're not coming back for you. And there's
no way in hell they're not gonna come back.
And they'll jump on her. They'll fly on her head and this and that. They'll never fly on my head, bro. I can like literally guide them out the window. They'll leave when I tell them to. Sometimes I'll snatch them with my bare hand and throw them out the window. But I don't know.
The Philippine roaches are different from Seattle roaches, though. The Seattle roaches are like, there's hell of them, bro. Thousands of them motherfuckers. And you turn on a light, and it's dark, they're like everywhere, and they start running away and shit.
Yeah, they scatter.
But nah, roaches is different, bro.
Yeah.
I remember when we moved to a house without roaches, bro, it was hella relieving.
Bro, you can feel their presence.
Fuck, finally, no roaches. They come with you too. They be going in your suitcase and shit.
Yeah. There's a room. There's like a storage room here that we use for a storage room. It's kind of dark and roachy. And like when I go in there for something, I low key like I kind of walk in like, excuse me, guys. Like I'm just coming here to get some. Like I can just tell. You could feel them.
You gotta bomb the shit. Like
nah, I'm not doing
it. And be thousands of roaches everywhere. But yeah, that was crazy. I moved like, bro, I'm not even capping. I think I got moved like 20 times as a kid. But all pretty much in the same area.
Yeah.
Moved hella.
Yeah, a lot of movement. Yeah, me too.
But stayed in the same schools pretty much. Hella movement, bro. I kind of want to make a book or like maybe like a printout of all the houses I lived in.
Yeah. Are they? I mean, some of them might be knocked over already.
Gentrified. But yeah, I mean, there's more to it. It's just hard to kind of just go down the list. Somebody would have to ask me something and shit will pop up.
Okay, let's just move straight up to now. Tell me a little bit about like what's your primary focus right now as far as your craft or just your life. Like what are you into?
Right now I'm focused on Paradice clothing.
Okay.
Trying to get into the YouTube game. That's what you're on right now.
Yeah. And
just like more I deleted all my shit on Instagram. I just want to start fresh. I don't know. I got annoyed at Instagram, so I just deleted all my shit.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to get back into photography. So I got like a photo series going on. I don't even know, honestly. I'm kind of lost.
That's cool.
I'm lost, but I kind of know what I want to do. Yeah, I'm not really. I don't know exactly. It's really just Paradice. This is the three things: Paradice, figuring out YouTube, and making beats.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's a lot right there.
Not making beats, so yeah, and then just trying to build a space where I can just work.
As far as music or like just studio space in general?
Just in general.
Yeah.
The Paradise got so crazy. We're like, it's so packed down there. So I can't even really work on shit there. I just need a space to work.
Right.
That's pretty much it, honestly. I'm gonna just rewind it a little bit. I moved here with my mom, which is me and my mom. Moved to America.
Mm.
So yeah, that shit was crazy. So like, yeah, your mom don't know English, you don't even know English, so you guys are just both kind of confused, trying to navigate, hella confused, and you're hella young, so had to learn everything, got to grow up hella, pretty much. Especially growing up in our environment back then, had to grow up real fast. Sure. Shit was fucking savagery.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's a trippy perspective, man, to think about just being, I mean, talk about being lost. And I mean, I've been out in the Philippines for what, 2 years now, this time. And just seeing the lifestyle here, I could imagine it wouldn't translate very well, especially if you weren't in the city. It wouldn't translate very well coming straight into South Seattle or any urban environment. Like there would be a little bit of like just mind-boggling, you know what I mean? Shit to adjust to.
No, that shit was crazy.
It's a whole different world.
Shit was crazy until that shit's still crazy. But like it's been like all through like school years and shit. It shit was crazy because I had to like translate shit for my mom and shit sometimes, or like help her read like documents and shit, like edit shit sometimes for her. So, or like yeah, she was crazy being like an immigrant.
Yeah,
I don't think people like really like shed that much light on it. Like, I mean, people do shed light on immigrants, but like not like how to navigate through shit. Like, then you don't know shit. Parents don't know shit. Well, they do know shit, but they don't understand the language. Don't have no one owns any homes, so you're just like renting house to house. It's like starting from scratch is a whole different thing.
Yeah,
I think that's why I go so hard down, because I really have no option. It's like, yeah, I have no option. I have no plan B because there ain't really no where to go. I gotta make it myself.
Is that? I mean, is that a pressure or like a motivator? You know what I'm saying? Like it.
It's not a pressure for sure. It's just crazy, bro. It doesn't really motivate me too much either. It's just like
just reality.
I just know it's not there, so I have to do it. It's just like this is the reality. It's reality. Like, I know I gotta figure out how to make money somehow. And like, yeah, I can't get a 9 to 5. I can't get a 9 to 5. It's too hard. Because like, one of the reasons why I like just quit getting a job, bro. I ain't working. First of all, I'm not trying to work, but it's hard for me. Motherfuckers don't hire me, bro. I'm unhireable for some reason. Like I don't like. It's hard for me to fit a criteria of what motherfuckers want to hire. So it was like always hella hard for me to get a job. Like I even applied for Jack in the Box when I was younger, bro. They wasn't trying to hire me at Jack in the Box. That's when I knew. I was like, nah, it's over. I'm not getting no job, bro.
When was the last time you applied for a job? Curious.
Last time I had a job, it's been at least over 10 years.
Over
probably
10
like 11
years. So
over 10 years. I ain't had a job in over 10 years. For sure.
So that's okay. That's where I was gonna go with
it's
it
like,
anyway.
Bro,
so go ahead.
No, it's really hard. It was hard for me to get a job. Like, you know, like say T-Mobile wants to hire Asian people, right? Like tell Asians that work at T-Mobile.
The game plan.
You gotta be like a certain height of motherfucker. You gotta be a certain height of Asian, and you gotta have like a certain like skin tone and a certain like hair length to get hired as an Asian like person. It's like I don't have any of those criteria, bro.
Yeah.
Like I can't even like I had to work for some. Like, hey, look, this is one thing I gotta shed light on, bro. I gotta shed light on short people.
Short people?
Your disability. Like I'm talking about like short people, not like midgets. I'm talking about like right above midgets, like where me and Arya are at. I think Ari's shorter than me.
Shed the light. What about it?
But shed the light, bro. We gotta have some kind of grants or something, bro, because this shit is hard, bro. It's like, look, you're not midget, so you don't get no fucking like parking pass, right? You're not short enough. But you still can't get a job because you're short. Like, I'm gonna hire a short motherfucker at Nordstrom's and motherfucker's prejudice. I'm about to start a fucking committee, bro. For me, like, I finessed it, but some people I know are not finessing it, bro.
Right.
There's no way in hell or finesse, like, because, like, it's you can't get a job when it's kind of hard to get a job when you're short, bro. To be honest with you.
But I mean, but at the same time, you did choose. I mean, maybe that's why, you tell me, but like you did choose, like, after, like, I guess looking around society and seeing your options, you kind of chose a different route, correct?
I chose a different route because, yeah, man, honestly, the route, I feel like a route chose me. It just started happening.
Sure.
Regularly. Yeah, because I've been doing this since high school. I just was doing the same shit, and I just eventually just started making money off it. I was like, yeah, I don't really need a job. But now I'm starting to short people committee, bro. Good looking on idea. There's got to be something, bro. I feel bad for some people, bro.
Paradise
Imagine
Avenue
being
short person grant.
Imagine if you were like, imagine being short and white or some shit. That's just weird to me. The white people got to be. Like, you ever seen a short white man?
Not so much, I guess.
You seen a short white man?
Not very common.
Yeah, but have you seen one?
I think so.
It's weird though, right? Isn't it? It's kind of weird, bro. It's fucking weird, bro. Yeah, but anyways, yeah. Social committee, let's get it. Come on now. If you're under what? If you're under 5'8" or something, 5'6", tap in with me, man.
So let's talk about that. I was thinking about that. Like, you've been on, I mean, you talk about now you're working on music, clothing, videos, everything's creative. And it's really, since I've known you, which is almost 20 years now, it's always been that. It's always been creativity.
Damn, yeah, it's been like 20 years, huh? It's like 06?
Something like it. And you were back then, you were already always doing something. I remember I was talking about, like, your MySpace was the freshest MySpace. Like, that took coding, right? I never figured it out. I never cracked that. Like, that you were doing coding. Yeah. And, like, I guess now for a 14-year-old to be doing coding is normal. You know what I mean? Like, that's a normal thing now. But if you think about, like, 04, in 04, a 14-year-old doing coding was a little bit rare. Like, that's kind of crazy. And that's just what it is. I think you're ahead of your time. I would say that maybe helped you. Like you said, it eventually turned into money, is because you was always a little bit ahead of other people. So people's trying to figure out how you doing that, because somehow you dove in and figured out things that other people weren't. And eventually that's going to translate to money, because people don't want to go that deep, or don't, you know what I mean? They don't want to take the time to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
So you said it wasn't really like a moment you're like, that's it, it's over. You know, I'm never getting a job and I'm doing it my way. It kind of just unfolded.
It wasn't like that.
Nah,
I just couldn't get hired. Honestly, I just couldn't get hired. Yeah, it was unfolding. I just couldn't get hired. I just kept doing it while trying to get a job. It was we graduated with a recession too, so it was even crazier.
Right.
$5 footlongs and shit at Subway.
They don't do that no more. $20.
No, it's like $12, bro.
$12. Oh shit.
But no, it was hard to get a job, so I just kept doing shit, and then, like, that's when I realized, like, the shit I'm doing was like almost like, it was like recession proof, because I was still making money. Like, I was not making hella money, but I was like still making money. I was doing photo shoots for like $50,
right,
for free. So I'll do a video shoot for $100 type shit. But it kind of just happened naturally. Honestly, the shit I was doing when I was little is like what I'm doing now, down there. Wow, it is lined up. I think some people, honestly, bro, I think I was telling Ari this shit, or somebody. I think it just lines up some people for some reason, bro. Because I feel like I just be getting lucky. I'm not even capping you. I feel like I just keep getting lucky. Actually, when I take L's, I don't really consider them an L. I just learn from them. So.
I remember hearing one thing. It's like you said, it's definitely not luck, but when you win in whatever way that means, and you feel like, you know, little moments of success, and it keeps happening, it keeps happening. When you take a L, it's kind of hard to let it really affect you because you've already seen like that you're blessed, and so it's like,
Yeah,
okay, this is happening now. Maybe this is just
exactly.
part of it. It's just part of it, and I'm gonna get through it, and then shit, we're gonna win again. It's never gonna stay that way. You just
Exactly.
start building your faith more and more. I think as you build that faith more and more too,
Yeah, like you're gonna win again anyways.
yeah,
Shit.
regardless.
No, no, exactly, bro. Like some L's are real L's, some real L's though.
Like
I
what?
take some, yeah. Some L's are way hard. Some L's are harder to like to bounce back from than other L's. But
Sure.
all right, for example, somebody broke into my car and broke my window or some shit like weeks ago, right? I'd probably be tweaking out. I'd probably be tripping like maybe like 6 years ago, but I wasn't even tripping. I
Right.
was like, whatever. I don't really care. I took so many fucking dubs all year or wins all year that shit was like hella small.
Sure.
It sounds kind of crazy too. Like L's aren't that bad when you got a little more money. Like,
Mm.
like bro, like I don't even care if I get a traffic ticket anymore. But back then, like I fucking sad
Yeah.
if I got $200 ticket.
For a
Like a
while.
parking ticket, $50. I'd be like, fuck, that's just like half of my money. It's like half of how much money I have.
Yeah.
I think like a misconception on money. Like people be trying to finesse people to think that money's bad, so other people don't get it. The money is really not bad, bro. That should be helping.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was gonna go with it, bro. So like everybody has a different relationship, right? And a perception of money. Um, and maybe it's not
Mm-hmm.
all like you said, maybe it's some of it's from like how your parents treated money, or some of it's from the media or whatever. You've been taught about it around it. So I know we've had some conversations about it, and I really value some of your perspectives around that currency. Um, and so, yeah, if you want to shed some light more on that, I'm like, what you was just talking about. So, what about it? Let's talk about it. You know, let's talk
Yeah.
about the money.
So let's talk about the money, man. I love money, honestly. I don't have that much of it though. I don't have that much money, but I love the money I do have.
Yeah.
I treat it like a point system. Like it's just like a video game. Once you start treating it like points and like not really caring about it, it just starts coming. That's what I've
Mm,
noticed. Also, like money is not evil. It's the person that it's like a gun. Like a gun has no brain, really. It's just like whoever uses it is a fucking evil. You use it to protect yourself or your family, or you use it to fucking shoot up a school. Like money's a tool. It's really just a
mm,
tool. Like whatever you have in your head, you were gonna do with that shit anyways, with the
right.
money, like good or bad. Like if I have money, bro, yeah, I'm using it on good shit, or I'm just buying cool shit that I like to buy, or help people. I like
Well,
to
I
see
mean,
people win because
yeah, we
I don't
talked
want to be
about
around
that
with
a lot.
losers.
It's like every time, I feel like every time that we've experienced, well, one, I noticed this when we work together, when you're working collectively with people, you may not be literally getting money in the same way, but somehow it like we bounce off each other, and everybody kind of wins, and the wins bounce off, and everybody kind of just starts doing better. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's a fact.
And it's like
That's true.
and then when we do have the opportunity, we're gonna break bread, of course. And so that's the kind of the conversations we've had about like, because I mean, you obviously had a different perspective than me, where I've been working on like from like 5 years back when I was just got done traveling, and I'm like, man, I don't even want nothing to do with it. I was happier without it because I had a happy experience. Um, but
Mm-hmm.
when you choose to really root down and be part of a society and community, you start to see, wait a minute,
Exactly.
money's helpful, money is inspiring, and man, the things we
Money's
can do,
helpful, bro.
shit, what are we doing without it? Not much. So when we get it to see the things that we have done, um, with even small amounts, it's like, oh, imagine if that was multiplied. What's that going to look like as far
Yeah.
as like our own lifestyle, and as far as the people around us, and then it's going to trickle out to the projects we create, all the things. So that, I mean, we've had a real good conversation about that really made me think like, oh yeah, you have to really bless it, embrace it, and trust your own heart. Like you said, like just because you have a lot of money don't mean all of a sudden you're gonna do bad things and it's evil. I had a line in a song once. It's like they say money's the root of all evil, but is it ridiculous? Maybe the root of all evil is ignorance. Stuck blaming the system we live in. It sucks, but we all a part of it.
Yeah, that's facts.
It's like, bro, it's not the money itself. If you're ignorant, you're gonna do ignorant shit with money, without money. You're gonna hurt people with it, without it. If you got a heart of gold, you're gonna do
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It has nothing to do with the money. That's
right.
really just a tool. But money isn't everything, though. Money is for sure not everything, and that's what people are thinking. I'm saying it's a tool, though. Because look, you can't even travel without money. Like, I don't know, it's kind of hard. Like, it depends on your lifestyle, though. If you're into just like chilling in like the fucking, chilling in the woods or something, you don't really need money. But if you like doing like activities and like certain kind of things, you don't work and shit. Like, that's how you pay people. Like, you want to buy clothes, like, to feel good, or like filthy, like exclusive cottons and shit. Like, motherfuckers ain't gonna get that for free. You're gonna have to give someone some money. You gotta pay motherfucker, you gotta pay rent. It just helps them when you spread their money. Like, it's like a gift. It's not really like you don't hurt motherfuckers with money, honestly. No. Like, I don't see how that even works. It's just not the root of all evil, bro. It just makes no sense to me.
It's a form of exchange, and it's a beautiful one. I remember learning a big lesson in Cambodia when we went to Cambodia. Me, Ari, and Pops was out there, and I watched, bro, almost everybody. It's a trip. Well, first, let me start it with this. When I was working at the Rainier Vista with kids, they did this little pop-up shop that would sell candy and this and that. And one day I went and bought some Airheads or something, and I put the dollar on the table. I just put it on the ground, on the table, and the kid looked at me. It's like, that's rude. You can hand me the money. And I was like, oh. Someone taught, this little kid that, like, it's disrespectful to just throw money at someone. You know what I mean? You hand it to him with respect. And I really learned from this 7-year-old, I'm like, okay. And then I saw in Cambodia, the way that people transact with money, man, is sacred. Like, if you go, for example, whatever, I'm buying a coconut. They hand me the coconut and I give them some money. The way they hand me the change, it's like the bills are folded out flat and they hand it to you with like a bow. Every time, or if someone's paying you money, they hand it to you with like at least a nod of respect, like this is a sacred currency.
That's different.
It's different, bro. And I was like, wow,
bro, it's crazy, bro. Now that you brought that up, I always thought about this shit like over the years. It's probably happened that's probably 8 years ago. It was back when I was smoking hella weed. So, we used to smoke weed like crazy back then. But I went to get a swisher. This is back when we were smoking swishers too. Like,
way back.
We were smoking swishers, so I went to Shells, somewhere on the Shells on Rainier, and like I don't remember doing it, but I guess I threw the money on the counter, like you said, and the lady was like, "I'm not gonna sell you a swisher." Like I thought she was trolling me, bro. I was like, "What the fuck? She's not gonna sell me the swisher?" I didn't even throw it at her. She said, "You threw it at me," but I didn't even throw it. I threw it on the table. You got a counter.
You didn't hand it to her. This interruption brought to you by Internet in the Philippines. Important business call? We got you covered. We're going to give you the choppiest, most disrupted experience ever. Rainy day? Good luck. Also brought to you by Zoom. Mediocrely handling internet fluctuations and buffering since 2020. We're your #1 provider for somewhat slightly decent and inconsistent video conferencing calls. You can rely on us to fuck up your most important conversations online. With that, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming with Harry Bunions.
All right, we're back. We're live.
So you threw the money at the lady.
Oh yeah, so I didn't even throw it at her, bro. I threw it on the counter. Threw it on the counter. She got hella mad at me. And I was like, I didn't even throw it at you. And then she did not sell me the swisher.
What was her ethnic background? Where was she from?
I think she was Indian. Something like that. But no, I was like, what the fuck? I thought she was trolling me. I thought she was playing around.
She really didn't sell it to you?
She not sell. I had to go to a whole nother mini mart. I was like, what? But I think about that shit every day. Not every day, but I think about it like every year. I'm like, damn, that shit weird.
He taught you the
But
lesson,
now it
man.
makes sense. Now it makes
Yeah.
sense. You gotta hand motherfuckers the money, like respectfully.
I think it's like a karma thing. It's like a give and take thing. So if you giving people money in a disrespectful way, that's how it's gonna come back to you. If you hand it off in a sacred way, you're gonna get it in a sacred way. You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
How about strippers? I got tipped by a stripper.
Wow.
It was different. I was like, damn, I got tipped by a stripper.
You got counterattack.
That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story.
So man, let's move on based on that. So we acknowledge that, right? Like we're all about it now. Let's bring the money and we're gonna do wonderful things with it. We got, you know what I mean? Besides that, like for Harry Clean, what is success? You know what I mean? What does success look like for you?
Success. I think success is like freedom to do whatever the fuck you want at any time, wear what you want, drive what you want, live what you want, eat what you want. That's what success looks like to me. Because like sometimes I don't know. I want to be able to fucking wear what I want to wear. I want to eat what I want to eat without breaking the pockets. Or just like traveling, but like not budgeting. You know, anyone can travel. Like, you know, we both traveled and shit. We both traveled. You traveled crazy, like even crazier than I did, I think. But you're kind of budgeting a little bit. And I was doing the same shit. I want to travel without budgeting.
Yeah.
I want to give motherfuckers gifts from random ass countries and shit. Crazy ass gifts. Like give a motherfucker like a big ass ring or some shit just for no reason type shit. Or like, you know, like that's what I want to do. That's what success is. And also like people around me got to be successful. Because I don't want to be the only motherfucker winning. It's just hella weird. It's really weird. Because I want to try to be around broke motherfuckers.
I mean, that's
they're gonna start getting
even besides that, it's just like it like you said, it's not really success until it's like spread around. And
exactly.
And that's within your own circle, let alone within the planet. You know what I mean? Like the whole world is a little bit shook up right now, and it's like it's real unequal. And I think it's as humans, bro, it's like we're not really successful until everyone's cool. You know, everyone's doing all right.
That's why I like when my people are happy, or like when people I'm with are just like happy doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Because like if you're around people that's not happy, they're about to make you unhappy. So it's like we're all kind of connected. We're like one thing. It's like we're all like one. I'm not gonna say one race, but like all connected. Like,
bro, I thought about this though. I was looking at my dog, right? And my dog's born in the Philippines, right? It's like she's a Filipino dog, but you look at her, she's like a dog. She looks like a lab or whatever. I'm like, it seems funny if you call this dog like a Filipino dog. It's not really that. It's like she's just a dog. And I mean, obviously there's skin color and there's culture and things that kind of like differentiate us and make us unique. But it seems funny. Like, why is it so different when you call a human like, oh, you're an American, or you know what I mean? Or you're this. It's like, it just seems funny when I was looking at it from a dog perspective. Like, it's just still,
most people are pretty similar.
Pretty similar.
It's just a language barrier. It's just a language barrier. That's it.
Yeah, and I think an experiential barrier too. Like you said, when you and your mom came over, like so you corrected yourself, but you said like
people like, your grandpa was racist,
huh? Well, you said your mom didn't know shit when she got here, and it's like that's far from the truth. Right. She didn't know nothing about the culture there, but she knew a lot. It just might not translate directly when you're put in a different circumstances. That's the crazy thing about the society in the US. It's like, welcome, you better, you know what I mean? There's only one measure of intelligence, and it's like a number on a test and shit. And it's like, bro, you got like 10-year-old kids from Ethiopia that's out there, and their knowledge and their experience is incredible, but they get zero like affirmation or like encouragement because they don't fit American knowledge standards, but they're genius.
Nah, for sure. Most motherfuckers don't even know, like, being smart, like school, like book smart is like kind of not even that filthy, not even that useful.
It's starting
like,
to, I think
My mom was like street smart and shit, but like didn't know how to speak the language that good.
Yeah.
But no, it was crazy growing up in like South Seattle in the 90s and then 90s, early 2000s being an immigrant. There's a lot of us too. And then like, bro, the redlining and shit, so everyone was broke because like they put all the broke people in Seattle in like certain neighborhoods and shit. Like I didn't know that until when I grew up later, or when I grew up, I didn't know about redlining and shit. And then like, yeah, just navigating like through just like regular shit, and also like we live in like a pretty violent neighborhood sometimes. Just shit like that, drugs, addictions and shit. It's like we're around hella addictions, and like, well, me when I was growing up, hella people around me.
Yeah.
And not necessarily drugs. There's a whole bunch of different kind of addictions and shit.
Yeah, there's a whole lot.
I'm like, yeah, that's like a whole nother story. But like, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where you're like, you see all those things that surrounded us, and then you see like how somehow if you navigated through it and didn't fall into it, or maybe whatever, never got stuck in nothing like that. You know what I mean? You really talk about being blessed or lucky, and it's like not everybody got out of it without being traumatized by it on different levels.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Like really damaged.
Sometimes I wonder if people, I don't think some people really want to like, people live pretty regular lives.
Yeah.
I think they're like content with that. I was thinking about that shit the other day. I was like, damn, are these people happier than I am? It's like, just because you got a 9 to 5 doesn't make you happy. I mean, it doesn't make you sad. Like some people actually enjoy that shit. So like, I think when people say like, when people kind of clown on people like, damn, you got a job, like that's not really a bad thing. Cause like, what if they want to do that shit? Like, what if they like fucking building or like fixing cars and shit? It's like not necessarily bad. I'd be stressed like hella, like trying to put projects together and shit. I don't even know if like people that work regular jobs are this stressed.
I mean, it probably depends on the job, but I think you're definitely right that like certain people probably like thrive with that level of comfort. And just knowing that check's coming, where we for a long time we haven't really had that. But then I think it's a personality type thing at that point, because some of us like I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I'm not judging the one who does. Like, good for you if you bring that money in consistently, you eat good.
That Friday,
you know what I mean?
I remember having a job. That Friday was hella good.
Wow, and you know it's coming. Wow,
that's a nice feeling. Every other Friday, that's a good ass feeling. But you could fucking
crazy.
You could really like motherfuckers be spending that motherfucker like crazy because they know it's coming. Like, right. Motherfuckers be having high paid jobs and still be broke. Yeah. Because they know it's gonna come, and then like when they get fired, it's like, damn. Now what?
Yeah.
You gotta save your money sometimes, man.
But I think
save your money so your money can save you. That's what they say. That's what somebody said. Save your money because one day your money's gonna need to save you.
That's true. Then at that point too, it's like we talk about like having goals. Like different people have different goals. So if someone's content with their job because it gets them closer to their goals, and who am I to judge them?
Yeah, that shit ain't really bad. Like people, there's like a misconception. Like people be making fun of motherfuckers for having jobs and shit. It's not even really bad. Like we need fucking nurses and shit. Right. If everyone was a fucking entrepreneur, bro, there'd be no regular people doing nursing and shit. Like we'd be fucked. Like who's gonna work at the gas station? It's just random shit. Like everyone's hella crucial.
Yeah. I think what for me at this point is less about judging the people who choose that route, but more like wishing for the ones who don't want that. I just wish them all the success, because I know the road is harder. You know what I mean? The road is a little more vague, and you got to take more risks, and you got to fail.
Like not having a job?
Yeah, like to do it on your own terms. So instead of judging the people with the job, I'm like sending my blessings to anybody who said, you know what, I'm not choosing that. I want to do this, or I like to draw, or I like to dance, and I'm going to make it work somehow. So I just send them blessings, because I know it's even the successful people, like it looks successful from their social media, from their life on the surface. But if you know what it took to get there, they've fucking cried. They've thought they failed.
They're still stressed.
They're still stressed. Like it's a lot to it. It's not as simple as like be creative and succeed. So, you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
all the motherfuckers I've been around, they be working, bro.
Yeah.
Grinding. Damn near work harder than me.
Yeah.
But yeah. I always like try to envision like a better life for like my next generation.
For sure.
Yeah. Cause like I'll be thinking about like, damn, my people took a risk even getting here. Like, I gotta take a risk even bigger than that. Like people be fucking coming in America and like fucking up. Or like, yeah, I don't want to be stuck in a cycle. Like I want to have like I want my kids to have a choice of what they want to do. Like
yeah.
So I'm like willing to risk my entire like all hours of my day to make sure that shit happens. Hopefully I don't die before I accomplish my goal. That's my worst fear. That's the only fear I really. Yeah, that's one of my fears actually.
But I mean, shit. If obviously we don't wish that, but that's out of your control at some point. Like, so be it.
That's why I gotta. Yeah, that's why I gotta hurry and fuck up. That's why I don't. That's why I be like, we're working so hard because I don't want to die before I get to experience it. And then I'm like in heaven, like, damn, bro, you fucked up. You gotta try again.
Try again.
Like, damn.
Start again.
Start again. Resurrect and try again.
Man, I remember you talking about. So it's been a long journey. I mean, it's still going, but like I remember talking once you got the new. So Paradise Avenue South as an entity started in a different building, kind of a different.
Yeah.
Had a whole different vibe of what it was doing, and once you got into the new building and kind of like made it a real official functioning thing, I remember talking to you. I was out in Indonesia and you were like, you told me you had like almost like a panic attack, like goddamn, like I've been working so hard to get to this goal and now I got it. And it was like a weird feeling to like have, it's like, I don't know, climbing and now you're at the top and I mean, there's no top, but like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I remember you sharing that you felt like, holy shit, like I actually reached it. Now what?
I remember that shit. It's like accomplishing your goals and forgetting to have more after. That's what happened to me. I was like, damn, I kind of did everything I needed to do. Like, I was talking to the homie Big Boy Johnny earlier today, like, and then he was talking about, man, yeah, just go even bigger, because I'd be accomplishing my shit. My shit be like, and sometimes I don't really have anything. Like, I have like maybe like a short-term one, a short-term goal, and then a fucking like the farthest goal or whatever, or like the, I don't know, like the peak. I don't have anything in between that, so I gotta have more in between that, because like I said when we was talking, I accomplished all the goals I needed to accomplish. I was like, damn, I did them all. I gotta start a whole new fucking blueprint of the next goals.
So at this point,
I just be trying to knock shit out.
What's the big picture looking like? What's the grand vision? You know what I'm talking about?
Grand vision. Paradise is like fucking like one of the biggest brands in the world, clothing brands. And also like figure out YouTube, because YouTube is like the biggest shit. And then just honestly fucking having money and people around me have money. And I have so much money that I can give it to a motherfucker if I feel like it. Like if I feel like somebody has a good idea, here's 20 bands or some shit. Like you can make a lot of plays with 20 bands.
Sure.
So like, yeah, I want that feeling to just like be able to make shit happen. I also want to buy a house. I don't even have a house, bro. I'm like renting and shit right now.
Yeah.
That's one goal too. There's a whole bunch of goals. But yeah, step by step, really. It's like when we first built the first Paradise, like I realized you just gotta do like one piece at a time and it just ends up finishing. Like Paradise 1 I was hella stressful trying to figure that shit out. Because I never built before. I never used a saw or none of that shit. And yeah, knocked it out and then on to the next goal. Just keep going.
I almost cut my nose off using one of those electric saws on the roof. I literally
that shit was crazy, bro. Everyone was just experimenting, bro.
Yeah, we all turned into handyman all of a sudden.
Bro, I learned so much shit in like that year and a half or a year of building the roof. Bro, I did not know how to use none of that shit. I could build a wall and shit now. I could pretty much build this whole room if I wanted to. It's hella hard though, but I could put like with drywall and shit. Homies help me. I learned from the homies.
Mm.
And, but yeah, no, it was a blessing. Learned hella shit. And we got the new Paradise. Now it's a clothing store. The old one was like I wanted a place to work.
Yeah, it was more of an art
It was
studio
like,
than anything.
it was more of an art studio. Renting it out, pure space, just to pay rent and shit. Wasn't making no money out of there. It's $0. But now it's cool for doing events, little art shows and shit. That shit was next level.
It was, I think it was a
like
unique,
that,
it, like you said, it was a stepping stone to the next thing, but it was like a super unique part of the journey that has like a special place for a lot of people who was involved with it or you know what I'm saying, who was a part of it in any way.
Meeting people. Mm-hmm. And then you like realize like who's down to help too. Like, oh yeah, the homies are down to help.
Yeah.
Everyone has like a skill. Like everyone has like just one skill that'll like make a whole house. Or make a whole like, you know, like a community thing. Like you don't have to know how to do everything.
Community. Yeah, make a whole community.
Like a motherfucker, motherfucker just know how to do just electricity, or somebody just does fucking just know how to paint really good or some shit, like, or like drywall hella good. Yeah. It's like crazy. It's crazy. Like if you could combine motherfuckers like that, you could build something hella crazy like that, like the old Paradise.
Yep, we're doing it.
But yeah, new store. The lease was like the lease wasn't going. I left that lease because I seen this other spot open up with a storefront. I was like, damn, I was wanting a storefront, and then the other studio was like really far. It wasn't hella far actually, but it was just like a mission to get there. I wanted something closer to the crib, and then. That's why I was talking to Ari. I was like, bro, we got to get this spot. I don't know what we're going to do with it yet. We just need it. We just need to get it. We didn't even know we were going to open up a store. That shit was just like a fucking, I don't know. We just made it up.
Mm.
And then I hit Jordan up. I was like, Jordan, you got to get in this with. But Jordan was like, I don't know, bro. I'm doing hell shit right now. Because it's supposed to be like a studio. Whole thing, honestly, we were supposed to just use it as a studio, and then we kind of realized that like legally or not legally, but like one of the rules is you got to have like a business to even have that spot. So I was like, oh fuck, we're just gonna work in there, and then that's what happened. We opened up a clothing store just to get the spot, and end up being way better than the other studio. More, I don't know, lucrative, more.
Right.
Community based. I still meet people. I still see people from like the old Paradise events, and they're like, "Yeah, I went to the other studio." Like, this shit's crazy. I don't really remember everyone because there's so many people.
Yeah.
Hella events. I met hella people at that old Paradise though that I still work with.
Yeah, the old Paradise is legendary.
That shit was like there was no police and nothing around there. There was crackheads outside. You could be hella loud. That shit was crazy. So you can't get no noise complaints.
Nah.
There was no houses there, really.
It's like, yeah, it's just that dusty ass motel next
you
door.
could scream it at the top of your lungs. I remember I was like, I need a studio where you could just be hella loud and nothing will happen. Like no one will even like complain.
Yeah.
Right there, you can just go ape shit. Really, yep.
So, man, the last thing I'm going to ask is the segment we call Tips to Keep the Dream Alive. So basically, what is Harry Clean's tip to the world, tip to keep the dream alive for any of them dreamers?
Damn. It sounds hella cliche, but honestly, just be yourself and have fun. Have fun. Yeah, be yourself and have fun. That's really it, really. Anything I do, I gotta make sure, like, if I take a job or some shit or like anything, that's like one of the checklists. Is like, is it gonna be fun? Sometimes I don't even really think about the money too much. The money's like, okay, yeah, the money will definitely make it even better, 10 times better. but then like, is this shit gonna be fun? Like, I don't even want to leave the house if it's not fun.
Me, I'm like, am I gonna learn? You know what I mean? Am I gonna learn something? Is it gonna elevate me in a sense of what, you know what I mean? Will my mind be expanded from it?
That's one of the checklists too. One of them is how am I gonna learn? Usually learn from everything though. But
That's true.
Honestly,
yeah.
I'd rather have fun than learn, which sounds crazy. Having fun is number one, bro. Having fun is number one.
Hey, I gotta work on that.
That's the number one shit. Yeah, I don't even. If I learn, and you always learn anyways, regardless.
This is fact.
I don't be trying to seek. Honestly, I'm not a knowledge seeker.
Mm.
Not gonna just. I don't want to know hella shit that doesn't matter to me, or like doesn't really like. Sometimes it's like school. Like we learn so much shit in school that we don't even need. Like I'm not gonna just.
Yeah, it's not even.
I like learning. Yeah, it's not even learning, but I want to learn shit that I need to use and shit. Like, all right, yep.
Yeah.
Useful tools. I don't want to know too much shit. Someone's filthy or being ignorant sometimes. Not ignorant as in like racist and shit, just being like a kid again. When you don't know shit, you're just having fun.
You're
not
free.
overthinking and shit. You're just free. Yeah, you're just like, all right, whatever. Just living. That is my tip. Not it's a decent tip. Not the best tip, but it's decent.
Hey, have fun, man. I'm gonna take it, man. I definitely need to have a little more fun. Be starting to take life too seriously sometimes. I'm a grumpy dad now, bro. I'm like, I was out there. There's some kids. They're trying to catch they come to the side of the house trying to catch these pigeons. They'll literally grab a pigeon. They'll climb up and grab a pigeon and take it home. I don't know what they're doing with it. I hope they're being nice and playing nice, but. And then they came a little too late and they're popping in the window. And I'm like, you know, hey, aligadito. You know, I'm like a grumpy old man.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. Scared of you, bro.
I remember being the kid that used to, just a few days ago, I used to be the one, you know, messing around people's yards and houses, pissing off the old grumpy people and loving it when they get pissed off. That's the best.
Look out the window and shit. You start running.
It's that.
You fucked up. They're gonna keep fucking with you now, bro.
I know, bro. I made it more fun. I made it more valuable for them. But it's cool, you know. I gotta play my role. I had my turn. Now I get to be the other.
Yeah, I need to. Sometimes I be grumpy and shit too, but sometimes you just gotta fucking go on a vacation.
Yeah.
But yeah, take a break. It'd be hard for me to take breaks and shit, but I'll be trying.
Wait till you have a kid.
Oh, that's a good tip too. Take a break.
Yeah.
Once in a while, as a tip.
Recharge.
Mm-hmm.
All right, brother. We're gonna sign off the thing, man. I appreciate you spending the time, giving us some of your energy, your insight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
What's up, bro?
What the fuck?
It's like each and every day is a matter of flowing energy. I'll reach another phase and it shattered my whole identity. Something must have got into me. Brain is the enemy. I'm channeling an entity, pain hidden in Hennessy vein. With the imagery, sexy baby, it's chemistry flowing. So let me dive in your ocean, wavy commotion, baby. Focus on your breath. Now we float and feel like we melted. Lately holding back, but this time like fuck it, I couldn't help it. This is a noble attempt.